Pakistani cry for Kashmir, Palestine at the UN, but shut its eyes to the desert soaked in Baloch blood. The truth, Kashmiri proudly call themselves Indian. They vote, they grow, they live freely. They have all the rights. But Baloch, they vanish, they're dumped in mass graves. Yet Pakistani Awam media silent because facing their own sins is too uncomfortable. That's hypocrisy dipped in shame.
मिसाइल से मरने वाला जो बच्चा है वो 3 महीने का बच्चा है। 3 महीने के बच्चे भी आपकी बमबारियों से मरते हैं। 3 महीने के बच्चे। और अफसोस, बेज़मीरी का मकाम तो देखिए, शर्म आनी चाहिए तुम लोगों को कि तुम लोग इस पर सेलिब्रेशंस कर रहे हो, खुशी मना रहे हो। ये आपके एज अ कौम आपकी पस्तगी का इजहार करता है कि आप लोग कितना पस्ता सोच रखते हो। 3 महीने का बच्चा, उसकी पहचान बलोच तो नहीं थी ना, उसको भी मारा गया। क्या है कि इस 3 महीने के बच्चे पर जो है ना, आप सब लोगों को शर्म नहीं आनी चाहिए थी? उसके बाद भी हमसे पूछा जाता है कि आप लोग किस लिए यहाँ बैठे हो? हम आपकी रियासत की तमाम तर मजालिम को एक्सपोज करने के लिए बैठे हैं। करते रहेंगे। और मैं बखुदा कहती हूँ कि ये लोग यहाँ से चले भी जाए ना, और भी आते रहेंगे। हमने आपकी तारीख में ना जाकर बलोचों की तारीख देखिए, आपकी तारीख में धोखा लिखा है और हमारी तारीख में कुर्बानी। आपने बंगालियों को धोखा दिया, आपने सिंधियों को धोखा दिया, आपने पश्तूनों को धोखा दिया, आपने बलोचों को धोखा दिया, और हमारी तारीख कुर्बानियों से बड़ी पड़ी है।
Before I take you through the full video, let's first understand the current scenario, what happened in Balochistan. Over 80% of Balochistan is no longer under Pakistan control. Even the army is afraid to patrol the cities after dark, said Razak Baloch, Secretary of Journal of the Baloch American Congress. He appealed directly to the world. India and the United States must support us now. If India stand with us, doors will open. But any delay will only empower Pakistan's barbaric army further and destabilize the entire region. On May 14, 2025, the Free Balochistan movement officially declared independence and seeking UN intervention and international recognition.
हमारे महबूब वतन के पहाड़ों और रेगिस्तानों में हम इसी तरह बलोचिस्तान में अपने हकूक की जंग को बुलंद करते रहेंगे और नारे लगाते रहेंगे जब तक कि हमारी जमीन में हमें जीने का हक नहीं दिया जाता। आपका मुकाबला एक ऐसी कौम से है जो इंसान को जोड़े, अपने पहाड़ों से भी मोहब्बत करता है। जाए देखे, बलोच की शायरी को पढ़कर देखे, उसने मोहब्बत के कसीदे सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपनी जमीन के लिए लिखे हैं। आपके लिए सीपैक, आप जब भी उस समंदर को देखते हैं तो आपको बिलियनर प्रोजेक्ट सीपैक नजर आता है, लेकिन यकीन कीजिए बलोच जब भी उस समंदर को देखता है उसे अपने शहीदों का लहू याद आता है, क्योंकि उस समंदर की रखवाली के लिए लहू दिया गया है। और उस लहू का हिसाब कुछ नहीं, बिलियनर नहीं, ट्रिलियनर नहीं, आप कुछ भी सौदा करके देख ले, हम उस जमीन को, उस समंदर को आपको बेचने नहीं देंगे।
Hello दोस्तों, you are watching Unfiltered Talk with Rishika. In today's episode, Padosi Prime Time, we unmask a truth the world avoids, Pakistan's fear, a truth buried under massive graveyard of Baloch people under natural pipelines, military boot. Pakistan largest province in land but the smallest in rights, development and justice. Baloch was not always a part of Pakistan. In fact, it was forcefully merged in 1948. Remains one of the most underreported betrayal in South Asian history. While India and Pakistan were celebrating independence, Balochistan was already free. The Khalat state, the heart of Balochistan, was a princely state under the British, with its own flag, laws and rules. Khan of Khalat, Mir Ahmad Yar Khan, on 11 August 1947, just 3 days before Pakistan's creation, Khalat declared independence, just like India did. Khan of Khalat wanted to remain independent, and even Jinnah literally agreed. Jinnah, a legal advisor to Khalat before partition, told the Khalat Khan You have the legal rights to remain independent, but the promise was a lie. Months after independence, Pakistan changed its tone, its tongue. Jinnah betrayed. Jinnah and his new government began pressuring the Khan to merge with Pakistan. The Khan resisted. He even sent his brother Prince Karim to the mountains in 1948 to launch a peaceful resistance, but Jinnah responded not with dialogue but with deployment. On 27 March 1948, Pakistan forcibly merged Khalat. It was not a merge, it was a military occupation. The Khan was threatened, concerned, and forced to sign the extension document under duress. That forced merge lit the fire of Baloch nationalism, and Pakistan responded not with compensation but with crackdown. From 1948 to today, there have been 5 major Baloch insurgencies. First, 1948 after the forced march, 1958 after Pakistan dismissed the Khan, 1962 against growing military presence, 1973 to 77 after Bhutto dismissed the elect Baloch government, 2004 to present, triggered by military abuse, resources looting, and CPEC. Balochistan covers nearly 44% of Pakistan's land area. It's a backbone of Pakistan's economy. It's a home to minerals worth billions of dollars: gold, copper, coal, gas, uranium, earth's mineral. For Pakistan, Baloch is like a golden bud, a land to be exploited but never truly accepted. They want the resources, the strategic location, the land, but not the people. The Baloch are treated like a second class citizen in their homeland, oppressed, silenced, and discarded like dust. And why is Balochistan so important? Because it is the backbone of Pakistan economy and strategic ambitions. From Chinese Sea Pack to access the Arabian Sea, everything runs through Balochistan. And yet, the people who belong to the land are denied even basic human rights. The sui gas field alone powers industry and homes across Pakistan, Punjab, and other part of Pakistan. Baloch people still cook on firewood. Then comes to Rekordik, one of the world's largest gold and copper reserve, right under Balochistan soil. Multinational companies and the Pakistan elite fight to claim profit from it, while locals remain poor, unemployed, unheard. Imagine living on a mountain of gold and still dying in poverty. Gwadar, Pakistan's so-called gateway to the future, a mega port gifted to China under CPEC, used to fulfill Pakistan and Beijing's trade dreams. But what about the Baloch fishermen? Livelihood. They can't even access their own sea. And who profits from this? Punjab elites, military journals, and Chinese corporations. Instead of school, Baloch children see military checkpoints. Instead of universities, they find the graves of their missing brothers. Over the years, thousands of Baloch activists, students, writers, doctors, even women have gone missing. Many are found dead, tortured. Most of them never found at all. In January 2014, according to BBC reports, the world briefly glimpsed the brutal reality of Balochistan. Khuzdar district, leading to the shocking discovery of mass grave in the area. At first, official confirmed 13 to 17 decomposed bodies, but locals and human rights organizations like the Asian Human Rights Commission claimed that numbers was high as 169 bodies dumped, mutilated, and so badly decomposed that even it was impossible to even tell whether they are men or women. These weren't just corpses; they were someone's sons, brothers, husbands, missing Baloch youth. Was there an investigation, a national outcry? No. The state denied any responsibility. The so-called Judicial Commission cleared that army and agency. And just like that, justice was buried with those bodies. According to the BBC, The Human Rights Commission of Pakistan found the report deeply unsatisfactory. There was no accountability, no punishment, no closures, just another chapter of terror of the Baloch people. If it is very hard to know that exact number of missing people in Balochistan because the government does not share clear information. But according to BBC and other reports, the group of Voice for Baloch Missing Person says more than 7,000 Baloch people have gone missing since 2004. The Pakistan government's Commission of Inquiry on Enforced Disappearance says that as of January 2024, about 2,752 people are still missing. United Nations report The United Nations reported 1,635 cases from 1980 to 2023, with 843 still unresolved. But Pakistan interim Prime Minister had the audacity to tell the BBC that only 50 people are missing, a shameless lie that mocks the pain of thousands Baloch family. This pathetic denial is a disgraceful cover-up exposing how little the regime cares about human lives and justice. The phrase missing person is no longer statics. It is a permanent scar on Balochistan's soul. Pakistan government and military don't just want Balochistan's resources. They want to erase the identity of Baloch people. They aim to destroy their culture, their language, and wipe out the entire Baloch community from the region. Every voice that stands up for the rights, every question raised about how their land resources are taken while they get nothing in return is crushed. They want to silence the mothers who ask about their missing sons. 151 enforced disappearance and 80 extrajudicial killings were reported in Balochistan in March 2025 alone. Most victims were students, teachers, doctors, laborers. According to Human Rights Council of the Balochistan, this March 2025 report, Balochistan has the highest poverty rate in Pakistan. Over 63% live below the poverty line and 85% lack access to clean water. गजब है ना, सोच के देखिए, आपके पास पीने का पानी तक नहीं है, गंदे नालों में से आप पानी पी के रह रहे हैं. ये हाल है बलूचिस्तान का, जिसके बजाय उन्हें कई अन्य तरह की बीमारियां भी होती हैं. Around 70% of Baloch people are out of school, with over 70% lacking access to electricity, despite the province producing much of Pakistan's natural gas and minerals. Dr. Mehrang Baloch, a brave lady, daughter of Balochistan, a prominent right activist, was banned from flying to New York for the Times 100 next event in 2024, later jailed in Quetta. 2023 Baloch Long March led by Baloch women from Kach to Islamabad was stopped by force, a movement against disappearance and military access. Sajid Hussain, a Baloch journalist in exile, was found dead in Sweden's river in 2020 under the suspicious circumstances. Karima Baloch, a prominent Baloch activist, was found dead near lake in Canada in 2020. Both the cases were dismissed as accident, but activists alleged state-sponsored assassinations. Since 2009, over 1,500 Baloch missing persons have been found dead. When a Pakistani Punjabi child step out in Lahore, Karachi or Islamabad, he sees billboards, crowds, ordinary life, people like you and me just living. But when a Baloch child step out of his home, he sees army checkpoints, military convoys, and boats that are mean to crush him. Some children grow up in protest march, not in school. While Punjabi children in Pakistan live a normal life. They go to school, they came home to warm meal, They dream of future with Pakistan or abroad, within Pakistan or abroad. Baloch children are raised in middle of protest march, surrounded by military boats, checkpoints, and slogans for justice. They don't get to grow up like others. The age is resistance. Half their children's childhood is spent on the streets holding placards, shouting for the returns of their fathers, brothers, or mothers, often disappeared by the same state that promised them citizenship. One living proof of this painful truth is Dr. Mehrung Baloch. She was only 13 years old when she first joined the protest march demanding justice for her missing father. She grew up in the shadow of marches, slogans, fear, and the silence of the world. Today, she is no longer just a protester. She is a doctor, a daughter, and symbol of Baloch resistance, still standing, still fighting for the disappeared, for justice, for a land where children don't have grow up fighting for their existence. Despite 75 years of bloodshed, the Baloch are not broken. From Nawab Akbar Baghuti, who died fighting for dignity, to Baloch students protesting in universities, to mothers of missing persons holding sites, the resistance is alive. Today's Baloch youth are educated, aware, and unafraid. They no longer want scraps, they want freedom. Why is it that every Baloch student in Islamabad is watched like a criminal, questioned like a suspected? The truth is, Pakistani society has turned its back on Balochistan. And here comes the harsh truth. It's not just the state, it's Pakistani society at large. Where are the protest march in Lahore when Baloch mother cries outside the press club for missing sons? Where is the national media when Baloch students dragged out of the university hostel in Islamabad? Silence, absent, indifferent. This silence is not neutrality, it is complicity. It is the oxygen that keeps these operations alive. When a Punjabi enjoy the benefit of Baloch gas while Baloch village have no drinking water, that's not federalism. These resources are looted. Balochistan was never a part of Pakistan by choice. It was merged, betrayed by Jinnah. The insurgency Pakistan fights is the result of its own sins. The terrorism it cries about, it is a reaction of decades of state terror. And if the world doesn't speak up now, history will mark this as one of the greatest ignored struggle for freedom. This was the Unfiltered Talk with Rishika.